Hi, my name is Grodd Watson. In today's show, I am going to be reviewing The Thing by Walter Mosley. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, comic book collectors of all ages. This is Grodd's review. And in today's show, I am going to be reviewing The Thing, the next best thing. By Ben, this is a Ben Grimm story, so as you would know from Fantastic Four. This is a Marvel book, and this is a 6-issue mini. Now, before I go on, I am just going to go tell you about. Go check out our page on Instagram, AussieVerse_Comx. Go check out our context, and go and give us like feedback or send us a DM and stuff like that. And go check out our page, follow our page, and also all our graphic designs and all our thumbnails and stuff like that are done by A51 Designs. Now, go follow her on this page on Instagram. So it's A51_Designs. You get great content there, and please go give that a follow. And be sure to like and subscribe to this channel as well. And leave a comment in the comment section if you want to know any more about this book, or if you want any questions, or if you want me to review something. So, without further ado, I'm going to go into reviewing this book. Now, I break it down into certain bits. I'm just going to give you an overlook of the story, my first little bit, and then I'm going to give it tell you the villains of this and give you a breakdown of the villains, and then I'm going to go my favorite non-title character, so that would not mean Ben Grimm thing, and then I'm going to do an over review of the overall story, and then I'm going to give it a rating, writing, and art. Now, this one is written by Walter Mosley. He's a New York Times best-selling author, so it says on the top of this. And it is also illustrated by Tom Reilly. And I have to admit, I'm not big on Fantastic Four. I don't usually read much of Fantastic Four. It's not something I dive into. It's a bit. There's so many books out there. You sort of got to limit yourself. So Fantastic Four is not something I've ever gotten into. Like I don't mind the characters and stuff like that. But when I saw this, just a Ben Grimm story, I thought, oh, well, this would be perfect. So just a simple one character out of the Fantastic Four. My favorite character out of the Fantastic Four, I'll go a Ben Grimm story. And so I did. I brought it in trade, so I didn't buy it in single issues. I thought I'd wait till trade and read it all in one. It's 6 issues, which is a bit different to what Marvel do. They usually do 5-issue minis, but for some reason this one's a 6-issue one, which is good because I did like it. So I'm going to go. The story sort of starts off. He has a bit of a sort of a jealousy moment with his fiancée, Elisa. So and he makes a scene, and the guy that Elisa's with, who's just a friend, makes it more of a scene, and she just pretty much just basically leaves him, and then he tries to go make it better, and she says that no, I think we should see other people and something like that, and gave the ring back, and he's heartbroken and stuff like that. And then he's going to get back out there. He's going to get back out the dating stage. He goes into a dating site and gets a new date, and he goes out on the date. And then all of a sudden, all these big bad villains start picking fights with him, just start rocking up, picking fights with him. So it's a bit interesting at the start with you. You're thinking, why is this happening? There is a twist to it towards the end, but I will not tell the twist because this is a non-spoiler. So anyway, so you get like a bag of villains having a fight with him called Champions of the Universe. Never seen him pop up in a comic book, but I'm assuming he's a character that pops up sometimes. You got Billy Broadman, who got sort of possessed and powered up into a tough guy, and Terrax, which I have seen him in a few X-Men comics before. So they're all sort of fight scenes, and almost every different issue he's fighting someone new, and these are all things sort of built up that the main villain is sort of set up for him, which I will get into the next category. But yeah, so and then he sort of meets a kid along these lines called Bobby Spector and stuff like that. And Bobby Spector's really smart, starts helping him, and obviously he's still on his blind date through all these fights. He still sticks around, and they get a bit of chemistry going there. I think there's an indication that they sleep together. They're in the same bed together, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess you get the indication of that. So anyway, so that's the moral of the story. Sort of towards the end, you get a few twists and turns. Again, I don't want to get too much into them, but anyway, I'll get into the villains. And so the main villain is, so this is one spoiler. So sorry, I said no spoilers, but this is one spoiler. So if you don't want to know, tune it off now. But it is Lady Death is the main villain in this. So she is pulling the strings and stuff like that, and she's manipulating all these people to try and kill Ben Grimm and stuff like that. And a few of them quite succeed in damaging or hurting him and stuff like that. But he gets the help from this kid and his date and stuff like that. So sort of work as a team together. You get Reed Richards in helping there, here and there, which I don't mind and stuff like that. So my favourite non-title character is Bobby Spector, the kid. So I found him interesting. He's got a bit of a, again, there's another little twist about his character towards the end, which I think is very interesting. I am going to recommend this book, so I think it's very interesting. His development. I hope they keep developing his side of the story, because he does have a bit of a twist to him as a character we do know later down the track. So I like Bobby Spector. He was a good kid. He's a smart kid, and he's interested. He knows all the villains. And we do get a Doctor Doom appearance, which I always like a Doctor Doom appearance. So I would put him up there as one of my favourite characters in this series. He pops up for one issue. But it's Doctor Doom. It's cool. But yeah, so and then I'll move on to the overall. So my overall of this is I liked it. I liked it. Look, it's a lot of don't get me wrong. It's all mainly fighting, so it's a quick read. So it's all action scenes, not that much dialogue. As you know, Ben Grimm's not much of a talker. He's more of a puncher, stuff like that. So that's basically what you're going to get out of Ben Grimm's story. And if you think you're going to get something different, well, then you've got the wrong book, because Ben Grimm's more about, it's clobbering time, you know what I mean? So so I enjoyed it. I see that there is now a series out called Clobbering Time as well. I reckon I might pick that up too, because I'm kind of liking the whole Ben Grimm thing without the Fantastic Four, which again, not that I hate Fantastic Four. I like them. I like the concept behind it. It's just not something I've dove into, because I'm more of a DC guy, but I do love Marvel, but I like the main other characters of Marvel. So yeah, so I do recommend this. So I'm going to give the writing, which again is Walter Mosley. I'm going to give the writing 7.5 out of 10. So I liked it. Did have a few twists in there and stuff like that that kept you. Well, I read this pretty quickly, so it was a pretty easy read. Stuff like that. So yeah, 7.5, which is about a little bit above average for me. So that's a good sign. So I recommend go read this, go pick it up. And now I'm going to go with the art. I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10, which is around average for me for arts, because I usually rate art pretty high. But you got sort of I guess you look at it, you got sort of the old school sort of Ben Grimm sort of drawing. So, which to start with sort of threw me off a little bit, but you get used to it. And then by the end of it, you're just like, this is good art. I couldn't imagine any other way. So by the end of it, you love it. So you get used to it. It's great. I do think it's a very classic sort of art style. So it's kind of cool to look at, and it's different, and I think that's great. So yeah, so this is my review on a thing, and it's called, the title, The Thing, The Next Best Thing. The next big thing, sorry. Anywho, so this is my review, another Grodd's review. Tune in next week and I will have a new review for you. I'll let you know what it is, maybe during the week, or just keep an eye out for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe this, leave a comment, like those Instagram pages, follow them, and also we are sponsored by Comx. So without further ado, I am going to play the ad of Comx, and please go to their site. They've got great content. They've got great comics. It's all Australian made. Please remember, AussieVerse is for life.
This show is sponsored by the Comx shop. Check out comx.cx for all things Comx and find out what Comx is all about. We hope you enjoyed the show.